Okay, today we talked about expressions and variables. A variable is a letter used to represent one or more numbers. It can also be a symbol. Okay, examples include X, Y, Z, A, B. All the letters of the alphabet can be used. Sometimes you might use a symbol. For instance, I like using a box with a question mark because it is essentially representing an unknown value. Okay, so I like to think of it as if I have a number or some kind of quantity in that box, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so that's the way I like to think of it. I'll go ahead and erase that, and we will move on. Okay, to evaluate a variable expression, substitute a number for each variable and evaluate the resulting numerical expression. Okay, so here we have various variable expressions. We've got 3 plus q, 3 times z, or 36 divided by whatever unknown quantity is in that box. All of those are variable expressions that could be used. Okay? Sometimes you'll want to do things and show them as a verbal model. These are a couple of examples. I like substituting for X the phrase an unknown amount or what number. Those I think help me a lot to try and figure things out when I'm putting them into words. Okay, evaluate the expression 3 times b when b equals, okay, when b equals 4, that's 3, and we'll substitute 4 in for b, which will give us 12. Alright, when we have 3 times b and b equals 20, we'll substitute 20 in for b, and that'll give us 60. And when 3 times b and b is equal to 90, we will get 100 and we'll get 270. Okay? Alright. Go ahead, remove those, and move on. Okay, evaluate the expression when x equals 9 and y equals 5. Okay, so when x equals 9 and when y equals 5, 9 plus 5 would give us this amount. Okay, so 9 plus 5 is going to be 14. Okay, now what about down here? X times y equals what? Okay, when x equals 9 and y equals 5, that's going to give us 9 times 5, which is 45. Okay, clear that. And moving on to the next page. Evaluate the expression when x equals 8 and y equals 2. Okay, if x is equal to 8, then 8 plus 12 is equal to 20. Alright, when x equals 8 and y equals 2, then 8 minus 2 is going to give us 6. And when x equals 8 and it is divided by y, which is equal to 2, we get a total of 4. Okay. These are some common words that indicate certain operations. Here's our next example. You have a 350-page manuscript that needs to be edited very quickly. You are going to divide the number of pages among several editors. You want to give the same number of pages to each editor. Use a verbal model to write a variable expression for the number of pages given to each editor if you know the number of editors. Okay, so the big thing we're looking for here is they want a variable expression for the number of pages given to each editor. Okay, so right here we can put in the number of pages for each editor, and that is going to be equal, okay, that's going to be equal to the number of pages divided by the number of editors. Okay, if we wanted to divide the work evenly between everybody, it would be the number of pages divided by the number of editors. Okay, that's what the verbal model, okay, the verbal model is going to look like. Now, if we were to put this into numbers, we could say that this right here is equal to the total, which is 350, divided by the number of editors. I'm just going to put E as our variable because we don't know how many editors there are. But if we did, that's how we would find it. Okay? And that's it. Hope it helped.